Growing up poor meant sharing a lot with my little sister Allie. Most often, we'd pass toys, clothes, and skin conditions between us. Up until she was 6, we even shared a bed, and neither one of us was happy about it. It was my 10th birthday when that changed. I got one present that year, and it was a bed of my own. Allie was jealous right away, and I could understand why. She had to keep that half broken down frame with the worn out mattress. The one I had gotten wasn't much better, but it wasn't broken. But it was worn enough though. Sleeping apart was a great feeling. It was freedom. No longer would I have to suffer the sudden and inexplicable kicks to the stomach. No longer would I wake up with Allie's foot pressed into my neck or face like she'd stepped on Dracula the night before. At least, that's what I thought. Right away, right after I got the new bed, the shrieking started. At first, I thought Allie woke up in the middle of the night and screamed because she got scared. But then, the sound echoed through the tiny room again, and I knew it wasn't a normal cry. The room was always pitch black after sunset. The one window we had pressed against a longleaf pine, and even the biggest, brightest moon could cast no light inside. The shriek just about drove me crazy. Every night, probably the same exact time, these sharp yelps would knock me right out of my dreams. It wasn't my mom or dad. I knew what that sounded like, believe me. Most worrying of all was the fact I could never tell where it was coming from. It seemed completely random. One night, it'd come somewhere near the closet. The next, it'd shoot out from the corner of the ceiling. Any hope I had of having my own space would get dashed every time, as Allie would silently slip into bed with me, shaking like crazy. She'd clasp onto me and wouldn't let go until it was almost daybreak. Most times I'd take her hand and tell her everything was going to be okay, that it'd be over by morning, but I was never really sure it would be. Over time, the shriek started changing. At first, it was only by small degrees, but eventually, it took on a primal hooting sound of a primate calling out a fierce warning. I had to clasp pillows to my ears just to keep from going deaf, I swear. Mom and Dad never believed me or Allie, basically because the thing, whatever it was, would make a peep when they were in the room. Apparently, they couldn't even hear it through the walls, even though it was damn sure loud enough. The shriek just got worse and worse, until I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. Me and Allie were doing really bad in school, and we just had no energy at all. I could sleep more deeply in my head propped up and eyes open in the middle of class than in my own room at night. Then, thankfully, we moved out of the house nearly a year later. I had contemplated all sorts of things, even a child's clumsy concept of suicide to get away from the horrific nightly noise. There was no problem at the next house. It was a nice, white, cookie-cutter home on a dead-end street, and I welcomed the normalcy. What's more, when we moved in, there was a bunk bed waiting for me and Allie. No more broken bed, no more second bed I ended up having to share anyway. The only problem was deciding who'd get the top bunk, and I told Allie I deserved it. After all, I'd gotten a new bed way back, and she ruined it by climbing in it every night. What? She shook her head. I never did that.